If you'd
Recording
love to,
is on.
oh, thank you, Mr. Mike. Recording is on now. Thank you so much. So, if you would love to introduce yourself, you can quickly use the hand raising icon, like I have told everyone. Please use the hand raising icon. Okay, good. Fabiola, I can see your hand. Godwin, I can see your hand. So let me just see people that would love to participate. Okay, yeah. John Godwin, I think you can go. Can
Yeah,
you
good
unmute
evening,
your mic?
everyone.
Good evening.
And so my name is John Godwin, and I am a front-end engineer. My stack is actually React JS, Next.js, and I'm looking forward into building a career in blockchain development. However, I know the fundamentals of blockchain, yeah, because I was trained by NITDA, Nigeria. So I just want to get my hands into coding smart contracts and building decentralized application. So what I'm looking forward to is learning Solidity and to build my first D app coupled with my front end skills. So thank you
Oh,
for this
great.
opportunity.
You're welcome. I really love that. Considering the fact that you had like a skill before and you want to improve. I really love it. Welcome, Godwin. You are in the right place. In the next 6 days, we'll be talking about smart contracts. We'll be talking about writing Solidity. We'll be talking about writing smart contract codes, right? Don't worry. At least you get the foundation from this boot camp. You really made the right choice. So I'll pass the mic to Enoch. Enoch, you can unmute your mic and talk.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Henok. I'm from Ethiopia, and I'm finally a computer science student. And my skill set is in data analysis. I'm junior data analyst in my skill on Power BI, Excel, and something data analysis tool. In this bootcamp, I expect some knowledge about blockchains because it is my first class about blockchain. I don't have any experience, and I expect so much experience from here. And thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I think I know someone from Ethiopia too. I mean, you're the second person I will be meeting from Ethiopia. That's really nice. I mean, so many Africans in this community. OneDev is built for Africans. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying seeing you guys here. So, the next person is Fabiola. Fabiola, please, you can unmute your mic and talk.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, a woman. I'm so gingered.
My name is Fabiola Mukanzi. I'm from Kenya. I'm currently a computer science student and an Android app developer. I'm looking to diversify my portfolio and join the blockchain development community. I have very little experience. I just began self teaching myself Solidity for smart contract development, and the chain that I'm currently building on is Ethereum, but I'm looking to diversify and learn about more chains. So my main goal coming in, or my expectations from here, are just one to get to know people in the blockchain community. So build a bigger community in Web3 because I don't really have a lot of that here. And also learn more about Solidity and blockchain development and how I can use it, monetize it, and just contribute to the Web3 economy. Yeah, thank you.
So much. I mean, when I heard your voice, I was so excited, honestly, because I mean, women in code, women writing code, it excites me a lot, and I love the fact that you want to diversify. I mean, Solidity is always like the what is it called, the foundation for every smart contract developer before moving to Rust, before moving to any other language, right? So I mean, it's great that you want to start with what is it called, with this boot camp, right? I am so happy that you're here. So welcome everyone once again. Thank you guys for unmuting to speak. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I mean, I've heard beautiful and nice voices from find man and a woman. I'm really happy. So yeah, that was our first agenda. You guys met me already. My name is Aisha. So the next thing we'll be talking about is OneDev. Now, what is OneDev? I will just introduce OneDev in a very brief way. I won't say too much because I would have my amazing co-founder come up to tell us every beautiful thing about OneDev. Please, guys, give me a minute. A minute, please. Okay, thank you guys for that patience. So, yeah, let's talk about OneDev. OneDev is an edtech organization that is upskilling and onboarding Africans into the space, into emerging technologies. And when we talk about emerging technologies, you might wonder what are these emerging technologies, right? These emerging technologies are technologies that are just coming into the space. If you've been in the tech space, you might have heard of what is called Web 2 and Web 3, right? So for Web 3 is an emerging technology. Web 3 is not an emerging technology. It's an emerging technology, sorry, but then you hear of blockchain, AI, machine learning, all of those stuff. We've noticed that Africans are not so much when it comes to that part. And one dev has been like, okay, yeah, we want to wear that cape and make sure that more Africans come into this emerging technologies. They do great things, get the skills, they upskill, they start to earn, they learn, they are able to compete on global space. And now we are creating the space for Africans to come in. And not just to come in, for them to come in to come and learn. After learning to be able to earn, after earning to be able to go on global stages and represent, right? That is like one dev in a very brief explanation. I won't be going deep into what one dev is, but then basically, if you've followed us, if you've seen what we've done, if you're here because of the boot camp, that is what one dev does. Think education, think one dev. Think opportunity, think one dev. Think access to global opportunities, think one dev, right? Think upskilling. I mean, moving from one skill to another, think one dev. So we are offering course, and this is not our first time doing this. If you go to our pages, especially Twitter, you've seen that we have onboarded so many Africans in the space. And beyond onboarding, we've also created opportunities, earning opportunities right now, I must say. I mean, we've had hackathons and developers have participated and they've earned really well, right? So yeah, when you think about these things that I have mentioned, then think one dev, right? So that is what one dev is doing. We are basically bridging that gap where African developers have the opportunity, the skill, the access to compete on global stages, right? So yeah, that's one dev in brief. If you have any question, continue to drop it in the comment section. I will check through them once I am done and I am handing over the mic to someone else, right? So the next thing is now moving to I don't know, I want to check if our co-founder is on the call. um Mr. Valerian, are you here? If you're here, can you just unmute your mic and tell me that you're here? Hi, Mr. Valerian.
Yes, I'm here, Aisha.
Okay, thank you very much for unmuting your mic. Good evening, it's nice to have you here. Is any of the co-founder on the call?
Yes, Mona Lisa should be on the call in a few minutes.
Okay, can you quickly help me check if she's on the call?
Okay.
Yes, please. So, guys, somebody was saying in the comment section that they can't chat on the WhatsApp group. Was it the WhatsApp or the Telegram? I don't know the person that actually shared that. Okay, share the Twitter handle. Definitely, I would share the Twitter handle. Let me do that. Okay, we have a link tree. So I will just share our link tree quickly so that you can follow us on all platforms. So any link that you're looking for is you can find it there. So I will share that soon. I'm trying to look for it. Just give me a minute. I will definitely share it. So I'm going through. Okay, Enoch said I can't post and write on Telegram. I'm so sorry about that, Enoch. But can somebody else confirm if this has been happening to them so that we can rectify that? Please. Can someone confirm if they've also been trying to post on Telegram and it's giving them some issue? Mr. Valerian, I'm still waiting for you to confirm if Mrs. Mona Lisa is on the call.
Okay, Aisha, she's gonna be available in the next 2 minutes. You can continue.
Okay, okay, great. So they said she's going to be available in the next 2 minutes. Oh, that's fine. So let's just move to the next thing on the agenda quickly. So right now, I've introduced us to OneDev. So let me just tell you our goal. Our goal is just to see every African developer compete on a global stage and actually win on a global stage. And we are doing that through educating you people, creating boot camps like this, creating programs that would help you upskill in the web3 ecosystem, in the emerging technology ecosystem. That is how we are doing it, right? So yeah, exactly. So the next thing on my agenda, basically, because I'm checking, is supposed to be our founder's keynote, or any of our co-founder. Our co-founder, we have two co-founders, just to put it in perspective for you guys. One of them is Mona Lisa Agbata, a very great woman that I look up to. Another is Joan Jerop. She's also a very great woman I look up to. One of them is Nigerian and one of them is a Kenyan person. So yeah, it's just to let you know we are Africans leading the community basically. So yeah, when she's here, I'm definitely sure she would give a speech, welcome you guys, and also let you know what you will be getting from OneDev. So the next thing for me to do is to talk about the bootcamp details, right? And after running through the bootcamp, okay, OneDev, please, you can go. Unmute your mic, you can go.
Okay, Aisha, this is Valerian. Mona Lisa is already on the call, and maybe you can call her up to take her opening speech.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Valerian. That was our head of operations. You would also be, you might not seem so much, but he's behind the scene doing a lot of amazing things to make sure that this actually take place today. I mean, thanks to Mr. Valerian, everything is in place and we are here having this call. So I would love to invite the co-founder, Mona Lisa Agbata, to come and give us the founder's speech. Hi, Mona Lisa. Hi, Mona Lisa, are you there? I'm just trying to really check if she's here. Okay. I don't know if she's here yet, but if she comes on board, she should please just raise. I can see her here, but I'm waiting for her to like raise a mic. Okay. Once she unmutes, I think she can just give her speech. So the next thing is the details of the boot camp. If you've registered for this boot camp, I am sure you've seen what we said we would offer. You've seen the details, but I just want to hammer on the details once again in case you've forgotten or maybe you didn't put your mind to it while you were registering. So this boot camp is supposed to give you foundational knowledge of Solidity. It's a smart contract programming language. So for anyone, I am sure, or let me assume that everybody that is here has a goal to become a blockchain developer, right? They have a goal towards becoming a blockchain developer. So this bootcamp is for people that wants to gain knowledge in writing smart contracts using Solidity programming language. And that is what we'll be doing. This program will be introducing you to blockchain development. So if you have zero knowledge about blockchain development, then if you have zero knowledge about blockchain development, then this bootcamp is for you because we'll be starting from the foundation. We set foundations and foundations it is. After that, we'll be talking about smart contracts, we'll be talking about careers in blockchain, we'll be talking about Solidity, and we'll be writing our first smart contract. If you don't have previous knowledge coding, I mean, it's not really bad, but then I am sure the mentor will put it in perspective for you and give you materials or give you pointers to where you should begin from to assist you in order to catch up, right? It's not a very bad thing. I mean, I'm an advocate of knowledge can be taken from anywhere, and wherever you find yourself, you can actually learn. So that's just the brief of this boot camp. So it is foundations. So for the 6 days, you'll be learning intensely about the blockchain, about smart contract, about solidity. And must I tell you, we have amazing mentor for this. Our mentor is a LinkedIn tutor, like somebody that has a course on LinkedIn. For you guys to know that we are not joking, we are not here to play, right? So you guys, the seriousness that we bring to this is the same seriousness we want to get back, right? Just because it's free doesn't mean it's less valuable. Do you get? Courses like this are being paid for thousands of naira, thousands of shillings somewhere else, but then we are bringing it to you for free. So our our mentor is somebody that has a course on LinkedIn, is a course instructor at LinkedIn. He has also taught tech for dev. I mean, if you know tech for dev, you know them that they are big and they are across Africa. He has also been a mentor over there, and yes, for blockchain development. So yeah, you want to, you know, be serious with this. So we are giving you one of the best mentors to take you for this 6 days, right? um Another thing is that for this course, you would be needing your PC. If you don't have a PC, it's fine. You can use your phone, pending when you get the PC. I mean, you could always get the foundations, then go back to actually practice. Also, try to get a pen and a notepad so that you can always jot things down. Sometimes your brain allow it to rest, then get a second brain, which is your pen and your paper. And one thing I just want to advise is that while you're learning, this might be the beginning of um greatness for you, like what you don't know. You know the beginning, but you might not know the ending, which I always advise people to always build in public. As you're learning, you're putting it out there. I mean, we are always happy to celebrate whoever is putting it out there. Learn, put it out there, do your recap, post it on Twitter, post it on LinkedIn. Feel absolutely free to tag us. We are ready to retweet to our network. You know, you don't know opportunities that could come from there. So we always advise that as you attend this boot camp for each day, put your recap out there, share your progress. We are always excited to share, right? So yeah, that is just that. My co-founder is back and she would really love to participate and say one or two things to us. So I would bring her up again. Hi, Miss Mona.
Miss Mona.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but not clear enough. If you can turn on your video, would also appreciate it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so good evening everyone. Once again, I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming, like really welcoming everyone. I see we have people from different parts of Africa here, which is second nature to OneDev, and I'm super proud of having everyone join us for this first foundations program. So thank you, Fabiola. I listened to the people who spoke. I listened to the lady, especially Fabiola. Congratulations for how far you've come. I also listened to the front end guy who spoke. I can't remember your name, but I'm also very delighted to have to walk this journey with you as you get into blockchain technology. And the other guy from Ethiopia too. Super congratulations for making our time to get on this journey with OneDev. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. My name is Mona Lisa Agbata. You can actually reach out to me on LinkedIn. Just find Mona Lisa Agbata. I I am Nigerian, and I share a passion for technical knowledge and for talent development in Africa. And where I picked that up from was from my experience. I've been working in blockchain and Web3 for approximately 5 years now. I come from a global marketing experience. However, why did I choose to get on this journey? What was the reason? Why OneDev? Why the whole effort? Why did we convene you guys here? The little story behind it was that I worked at Zenith. Zenith is a blockchain, and I worked there for over 18 months. And at some point, we were really making efforts to hire African devs, and it was very challenging for us. African developers, of course, not now. Of course, the industry has improved a lot, but as at then, it was triple difficult to find Africans who had the kind of stacks that we would find in the Asian markets, because our developers then were all Asians, and sometimes just to fix minor bugs, we would have to wait for Asians to wake up. And if you're familiar with time zone differences, you would know that Asians are probably by it's already midnight for them. So the time clash and everything, and us trying to hire people from Africa just to make sure that we have developers on standby around the clock was difficult. And I was the one championing that idea. I said we could hire African devs. I mean, if you're looking for time zone to balance out the time zone, Africans should be able to help. Let's do it. But we were not able to. That was as far back as 2021. As far back as 2022, not 2021. So after the whole struggle, I found that we were actually behind. Africans were in blockchain, by the way. Of course, I was in blockchain, but we were on the consumer side of things. We didn't have enough builders from Africa. We didn't have core developers from Africa. We didn't have people who could contribute meaningfully. People were actually busy chasing airdrops and picking a few airdrops and feeling rich. Meanwhile, the builders out there are the ones who were making the actual money, right? So that inspired me in no small measure to think of African talent differently. What is the whole noise about? Can we really situate ourselves properly in the grand scheme of things in emerging technology, starting with blockchain, which I have a very advanced experience in? So that inspired me to think of just how we can close this gap, and we don't have to take forever to close it. So the whole idea is to get African talents, which by the way, we have in excess. We have so many talents here in Africa who are fresh graduates who are looking for opportunities to get started in their own career journey and all whatnot. We have an excess of talent here. So the whole idea of OneDev is to actually bridge people into blockchain, not as consumers, not as airdrop chasers, but as builders. So that in the next decade, we can now say that this blockchain is coming from Africa, this other blockchain is coming from Africa. These are top projects that are coming from Africa that have global reputation, not the ones who live and die in Africa. No, but products that actually shape the industry on a global scale. However, the whole OneDev idea has actually evolved beyond that. It has gone really massive. I'd share some milestones with you guys, what we've been doing over the past 2+ years since we started. And I hope that inspires you to take your presence here very seriously and to make something out of the time you are spending with us. Give me just a second to share my screen. Okay, just in a moment. So I can continue with that conversation in a little while. So what do we do at OneDev? OneDev is actually an acceleration platform. We want to accelerate talent, or we've been accelerating talent over the past 2+ years. For some of you who already know us, I'm sure nothing is new to you about OneDev at this time. So what we do is we have built out an edtech that supports learning and supports talent to actually bridge into global opportunities, right? So it doesn't stop with learning. Most edtech would simply give you opportunity to learn, but what happens after then is completely your business. But now we've created an opportunity that helps both in upskilling, onboarding. This is foundation, so that is where we talk about onboarding, and also connecting individuals talent to global opportunities. If you follow our history, you would know that We have a long history of hackathons, of opportunities. We literally at the doorway of opportunity for blockchain precisely in Africa. And I'm talking about technical knowledge. The things we do here are basically getting you into technical, not on the consumer side. I want this to sink. I really want it to sink. You are here to build. If you scale through the foundations program and get into the actual diploma program, it's going to be building from day one, so that when you're done, you will not only be sharing certificates, there are so many certificates around, but you'll be showing a portfolio of products that you have built. So what we do at OneDev is to actually help onboard African developers into blockchain, AI, and other emerging technologies. So if you hear OneDev out there, it's not only blockchain we do a myriad of other things, which you'll get to hear in the course of the conversation. Now, our goal is to actually breach about 1 million talents by 2032. That sounds very ambitious, but we are already 5,000, 6,000 into that journey. And that is something I find inspiring. So, our mission, it's a very mission journey for us, is to empower African developers with cutting edge skills in blockchain and AI and other emerging technologies, because we are still rolling out our programs. And when we say skills, we don't want skills that you will not be proud to showcase. We want skills that can actually land you global jobs. Skills that if we put you side by side with an Asian developer or with a European developer or with an American developer, you should be able to match them in terms of skill sets. So that's why we are very practical and very direct here. So our vision, of course, I've mentioned our goal and all of that, which is to position Africa as a leading tech hub for emerging tech talents. I want you to pause for a moment and imagine what Africa would look like in the next 10 years if we get it right. You see the way India is positioned as the tech hub of the world right now. Literally every continent is depending on Indians right now to build their infrastructure, to set up our tech facilities for them. That Africa, you would see that take a significant effort to solve the talent problem. It is going to boil. It's going to be very, very difficult when the population we are talking about in 2030 and in 2050 comes to meet us unprepared. So we want Africa to be positioned as the tech hub of the world. So that when people think of star developers, think of star builders, they should look at Africa and find those resources, so that we are not out there, give me job, begging for job, but you don't have the skill set. Or when they give you that job, you ghost. So we want to make sure that the skill set we have here in Africa matches anywhere in the world. So that's what we mean by becoming the tech hub of the world. So if you see from all indications, from all indices, you would know that this is the best time, because someone will ask you why now. You can keep doing web 2, web 3 is still young in Africa, blockchain is still young, we don't even have use cases. Why are we going this route? If we don't create the talent who would create the use cases, we will always be young and at infancy. We will never mature. So that's why, even though it's such a tough terrain right now, people like us, people like the team at OneDev are putting their foot forward to say that we want to build the rails that will support African talents, who will then build the economy of blockchain in Africa. So, African blockchain, we have less than 2%. Recent statistics were published, I think, 2 weeks ago, and it showed that Nigeria has actually grown in blockchain developers to up to 6%. But that's the recent statistics. Before then, African developers were just about 2% of global developers database. So 98% goes to everywhere else, but Africa was just 2% of technical talent. Where it begins to annoy me is because when you talk about airdrop hunters, Africa will be number one. But when you talk about builders, we go down to 2%. So this is a call to action for everyone to re-examine ourselves. I am not by any chance saying that airdrops are bad. I too, I chase bounties when it is significant for me. But I'm just saying that there could be more to us than having that flag as the topmost airdrop hunters in the world. Once you bring in Africans, they're going to fill out the whole place and make a lot of noise for you. We want to be recognized as builders, and not out of sympathies, but out of what we can actually build. So, as you know, we have 60% of African population under 25 and unemployed. So this is also a strong effort at actually solving employment issues in Africa. I don't think there's any star developer anywhere who is actually a good developer who is starving. Not in Africa, not anywhere else. The ones who know what they are doing, most of them are actually employed. In fact, people are poaching developers from one organization to the other. So this brings you to the knowledge of the fact that there are opportunities. Sometimes you're poorly positioned for it, and the other times you don't even know it exists, right? So there are opportunities. In case you're having doubts, where are the opportunities? It's not just about getting the certificate. Remove that from your mind, first of all, and think of how you can outcompete everyone in skill sets. Then we can now start talking about positioning and how to grab those opportunities, because there are opportunities. I can tell you for free, I have worked on the global space, I've worked with top organizations in blockchain and in Web3, and I have never lacked opportunities. It has never been my case. So that should also inspire you to a certain degree. Now, what does our solution do, right? We want to bridge talent gap, and we want to do it hands on. Why do people come to OneDev? It's not because you can't find courses, free courses, 100% free. It's not like you can't find courses on YouTube, right? There are a bunch of them. Udemy, just mention it, open source course platforms. You can always find that. It's not in scarcity. However, it doesn't end there, right? You want a structured environment that actually opens your eyes to the opportunities that there are in the industry. In 2023, we ran a hackathon in partnership with at ALX, and then we had more than 150 developers participated in that hackathon. Some of them have gone to win grants on global scale, right? Same thing for 2025. Yeah, in May this year, we also ran another hackathon where we had more than 120 developers. The whole essence is that people participate, showcase themselves, build products. Either they decide to go the founders route, or it can be a project showcase for them to be able to get more senior roles. Because in development, it's not about the certificates you have, it's actually about what you have built that is verifiable. Now, why do we stand out? Why do you want to work with OneDev instead of picking up a ton of YouTube videos and watching them for yourself, self-taught, self-learning? We have a tailored curriculum, updated tailored curriculum. So if you're doing your random YouTube thing, you may not know which particular stack is currently leading. You may not. You may be blindsided in some of those. You don't know which ecosystem you should be working with. There are so many information that you miss out on if you're not in a structured community that gets fresh information as soon as it is being updated. So we have a tailored curriculum. We have a comprehensive developer ecosystem. We have strategic partnership. I am definitely going to talk about our partnership. We have that can help you actually get access to some of those ecosystems. We are also community driven. So if somebody is struggling with something, you have a community that you can always ask questions. And if the mentors are not able to, community members can support you. And if the community members are not, the mentor will definitely support you. But we are very much community driven, and we want everybody to feel like they're a part of what we are building. What we are building at OneDev is not meant to empower Mona Lisa. It's not meant to empower Aisha. It's meant to empower Africans, you and I. So that when we look back, we'll say, yes, we've been able to finally bridge African talent gap. So we are also community driven. Then we are also focusing on emerging tech talents. There are a bunch of edtechs across, but we can pride ourselves as the ones who focus strictly on emerging tech. So once the tech stack is coming up, we will likely be able to find it at OneDev, because we our core category is emerging tech, things like AI, the latest AI stack, things like blockchain, the latest blockchain stack, and all of that. We are also this is not where you get offloaded with a bunch of videos for you to study by yourself. We have hands-on learning support, so that you come to class, you ask questions, you interact with other human beings, even though it's virtual, but you are able to interact, you're able to make friends. You really don't know where it could take you. So we have a tailored curriculum. We also have access to mentorship. Over the course of time, we'll definitely be unveiling our mentors, not just the one who is teaching you for this program, but others in subsequent occasion. And then we are also building our partnership that can support with internship and job placements. This is not yet concluded, so we don't get quoted out of context. But this is something we are exploring for our diploma program. And if it works out well, the people who have been a part of our process will be the first beneficiaries, right? So this is an end-to-end system that supports you to become something, whatever it is you want to become in your career. We are building out the structure to make that possible for you. So you can get access to all of our social media pages. You will see a ton of things we've done there. You see our previous projects. For some of us here who were at Code Africa 2025, it was massive in Nairobi. We also have a strong community in, I think, I saw someone from Ethiopia here. We have a strong community in Rwanda. We have in Tanzania. So wherever you are coming from, wherever you're joining us from, feel free and feel at home. We will definitely get across to you there. Thank you very much, everyone. Hi, Aisha. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mona Lisa. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Am I echoing?
Yes, a bit, but not too much.
Okay, a minute, please.
So, in continuation of that, I don't know if Michael,
Can you hear me?
Michael, are you? Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, it's improved now.
Okay, great. So, oh my God, you guys cannot see me again because it's dark in here. I'm so sorry. Apologies for that. Right.
It's
Thank you so much, Mona Lisa. Guys, I've told you that a great woman is coming in. Have I not? I mean, I want to speak so well like her. I mean, I really love that. So, guys, I mean, I don't need to say anything anymore because Mona Lisa has covered everything. So, the remaining thing, it's remaining in your hand. Like, you are the only one left to decide your own destiny right now, right? So for those asking about our social media platform, I was going to come back to that. But before more messages trickle in, I just dropped our link tree. In our link tree, that link contains every of our social media platform that you can join. Mind you, our Instagram was taken down some months back, so we just got a new one. So aside from the community, what you would also be getting is value from all our social media platforms. We are dropping tips, we are dropping educative content, we are dropping stuff, we are dropping opportunities for you there so that you can have access to it. That's outside our closed community. I'm not hearing the speaker clearly. Can everyone hear me clearly, please? So that Patrick said he's not hearing me clearly. Maybe I have
Loud
to.
and clear, but it can be
Okay,
more
Patrick.
better.
Okay, Patrick, can you just maybe log off and log in again so that you can hear me clearly? Thank you. So sorry for that. So yeah, basically, make sure you follow us on our platform so that you don't miss out on all the value that we'll be putting out there. Like I said, when you think of global access, think OneDev. When you think of education, think OneDev. When you think of growth, think OneDev. Right? My voice is low. Wow. Okay, give me a minute, guys. Can you hear me now?
yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Can someone confirm they can hear me now?
Yes, we
it's
can hear
clear
Okay,
you.
and
great.
better.
So I think this is better there. So, guys, like I said, when you think of access, think OneDev. When you think of value, think OneDev. When you think of global relevance, think OneDev. When you think of long-term upskilling and using that skill, think OneDev. So, aside from this foundation program, we have beautiful lineup of programs for you. I mean, programs that can take you from zero to hero in your journey. Exactly. I think that's the word that completes it. So yeah, so that we don't take too much of our time, the next thing is to introduce our mentor. I mean, we want to meet them today so that we don't um act like strangers tomorrow. So I'll be inviting our mentor on stage. We are having Mr. Michael, Engineer Michael, and it would be the one to take us on this journey. Hi, Mr. Michael. You can please introduce
Hi,
yourself.
Miss Aishat. Thank you so
For
much. Please confirm if I'm audible. Hello, Miss
Yes, we can hear.
Aisha. Please confirm if you can hear me.
yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, that's great. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. I remain my humble self, Engineer Michael Fawali, and this is just a little story about me. I've been a software engineer for 9 years now, and in the year 2020, I transitioned into blockchain development. So my stack in blockchain is Solidity for the backend and Web3 JavaScript for front end and also React JS for the front end. My stack for software engineering is PHP, MySQL, and I also write the framework, which is Laravel. For the past 9 years, I have worked with LinkedIn Learning. I started working with them when I transitioned to blockchain. So I've taught more than 10,000, yes, plus or minus. I've taught more than 10,000 fellows. I've also worked with Tech for Dev for many of you. You have heard of Tech for Dev. I've worked with them and I led the blockchain department as Tech for Dev. So you are welcome once again. You are in good hands, and today we are going to demystify what blockchain is and to open your eyes to the career paths in blockchain learning track. Thank you, Miss Aishat.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael, for that introduction. Thank you so much. I mean, I've told them already that we're bringing somebody that's experienced. So yeah, they can have it all for these 6 days. You guys can have Mr. Michael for these 6 days until he goes back to, doing his thing. So you want to make a very good use of the 6 days. Ask your questions, bombard him with your questions. It doesn't mind. He's always there to answer. And I would just want to take this moment to say, if you've not joined the Discord channel, because that would be our official channel for communication, make sure you do that. We've been sending emails for the past 2 days. So if you are here to join any of our platform, the best thing for you to do is to check your mailbox right now or after this call to join our Discord channel. That is where information will be passed. You will be getting assignments because we don't just want to teach you, we also want you to practice. You'll be getting assignments, you'll be getting feedback, you'll be getting your certificate. However, all this information will be passed in the Discord community. So if you're not on the Discord community, do well to join the Discord community, please. Do well to join the Discord community. The link is in your mail. If you've registered for blockchain development, you would definitely get the link in your mail to join the Discord community. Please make sure that you join. Right. Thank you very much again, Mr. Michael. I want to also um um introduce our program manager Abdul Karim is also here. I want to respect his presence. Thanks for being here. Yeah. So the next thing right now is to do a social media drive. And the reason why we're doing this social media drive is for you guys to stay updated. Aside, like I said, aside from our closed community, we have our social media platform where we post every partnership and every opportunity that we have going out there. We roll it out there. So you want to do what? You want to join. Mona Lisa mentioned that we've had hackathons and we've had developers go from just participating in this hackathon to winning grants to getting into accelerator programs and getting their products, the products that they've built from hackathons, sponsored, right? To continue building. I mean, yeah. So these informations were passed on our socials, right? So what you want to do is make sure that you're following our socials. And right now, just look at the comment section. I have dropped a link tree, right? Please follow that link tree and you see all our links there: Instagram, X, link, LinkedIn, nas.io. If you want to join nas.io, let me check. We also have a minute. We also have our GitHub there. We also have where you can see our free resources and events. We also have our website. Oh my god. And our website is one place you want to explore. We also have a cat in the bag that we are not ready to actually put out there. I mean, we are cooking something that you guys would definitely love. So, which is the reason why you should explore our website, basically. But then when it is ready, when it is done, you guys will definitely get it, right? So, without further ado, um, I would just want us to move to questions and answers, right? So if you have any question whatsoever, because this is orientation and we don't want us to stay too long, we just want to give you an overview of what the program will be like, what it will look like, what you should expect. We won't be talking about anything today aside from this. So basically right now it's time for questions and answers. If you have any question, please raise your hand. If you can't ask a question, make sure that you're putting it in the comment section if you can't talk right now so that I can read it out. So we'll just have 2 minutes for that. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I'm waiting. Mr. Abdul, thank you. It's nice having you here too. Um, no question. Does that mean everybody understand everything about this boot camp? Okay, I want to take it that everybody understands everything that we've been talking about since. Oh, thank you, Enoch, for that feedback. I really do appreciate it. I would love more feedbacks in the comments. Okay, Enoch, you can unmute your mic. Thank you. Hi, Enoch.
Asheta, I have some question about the bootcamp. Like on the
Okay,
website, it say the first track say blockchain during a solidity track. It mean October 24 up to October 31. And the second track, I think AI automation for developers, and up to it gone up to track 4. It mean in this week we learn blockchain in first track, then the next track we will register or automatically register.
okay, great. Thank you for that question. So we have different tracks. We have the blockchain track, we have the AI/ML track, we have the full stack developer track, right? So for you that have chosen blockchain, you're currently here because you've chosen blockchain. After the blockchain track, right, we have people that will still go through other free boot camps like the AI/ML track and the full stack development track. However, somebody also said how many tracks are present for the boot camp. Okay, if you want to proceed from, if you've okay, Mona Lisa, I'm coming a bit. If you've done the free blockchain track and you feel like you want to also do the AI, it's fine for free. And you also want to do the full stack, it's fine. However, we have other advanced track. And here is where I would allow Mona Lisa come in. Hi, Mona.
Hi. Thank you for that question. Someone just asked about if they want to enroll. That's a brilliant one, really. Initially, the whole idea was to have people register for one track, but this is free, so you're free to come multiple times. If you want to identify, like if you want to get into the next program, which is AI, and then we have for full stack, that's for those who have not had any exposure at all. If you want full stack track, that full stack web 2, assuming you're just getting involved in developments right now, you can still join any of those. However, you have to we'll make a list of those who are coming from this track into subsequent track. That was not initially factored in, but we are willing to give you that opportunity. So after this ends, when the next track starts, you can still join, but you have to add your name to the list to make a computation of all of those and invite you for the next program. And depending on which one you want, if you want to go for AI, identify AI alone. If you want to go for AI and also go for the full stack, by all means do that. The whole idea is just to give you a test of all these so you can make a decision on which one you actually want to go for long term. I hope this answers your question.
answer your question, Enoch?
Okay, okay. It mean after finish this track, we can register in next track. I think she
Yes.
said Mona Lisa say that just I
Yes.
want this AI automation and full stack web development track for next season. That's why I'm asking this.
Oh,
Anyway, thank you
yes.
very much.
After this
It's
track,
clear
you
for
can
me.
register for that track too. So Patrick is saying that is the bootcamp self-paced or it has specific time it's supposed to take place. So this bootcamp is for 6 days from today till 31st of this month, except Sundays. You won't be having it on Sundays alone. And it takes place from 6 p.m. West African time or 8 p.m. East African time to whenever, at most for 2 hours per day for the next 6 days. A mentor will be taking you for these 6 days, right? So basically, you are having a mentor-led class. That means a mentor is teaching you, and you can always get feedback from the mentor. Ask questions from the mentor. Hi, Valerian. You can unmute and talk.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. Good evening, everybody. To lessen the questions, and I can feel the inquisitiveness and the vibe and the eagerness to understand what the bootcamp is all about. So please, I would want to invite Mr. Michael, the engineer that is going to take on this course, to run us through what is expected of us and the programs for that 6 days so that people would get to understand it clearer before tomorrow. So, Michael, please, you can proceed. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Valerian. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Please let me know once you can see my screen. Please, can you see my screen? Is
Doesn't
my
come.
screen
Yeah, yeah,
visible?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We can see it.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, that's brilliant. So I want to welcome everyone once again to this wonderful bootcamp where you get to upskill into blockchain development. So the title of our bootcamp is Blockchain Development for 2025. Okay, so we want to onboard a lot of developers, and how do we do that? Is through the bootcamp. So I have been introduced earlier, so I'll skip that. In the next 5 days, this is what we're going to cover. Number one, we have done the normal welcoming. The next is blockchain basics. And in that blockchain basics, we are going to be demystifying and scattering, assembling, putting together everything that is related to blockchain basics so that you can understand blockchain from different angles and different perspectives. Okay, so when it comes to blockchain now, once you pass through that basics, you will be able to understand so many things as regard blockchain. The next day after that will be wallet, network, and gas. Okay, so we are what we're trying to do is to prepare you on a journey to start building. That is just the simple truth there. Okay, everything being listed here is a journey. So on that day, we are going to be walking through wallet, network, and gas. Okay. The next is Solidity fundamentals. So we want you to understand the fundamentals of Solidity and the things that are attached to it. Next is building and securing smart contracts. Okay, I know most of you must have been hearing of smart contracts. Smart contracts. Some people say that a smart contract is difficult to learn. Um, yes, you have a point, but not when you are with the right tutor. Okay, when you are with tutor with enough experience that knows how to scatter and assemble things, it makes things to be easier for you. So you don't have any problem. You are in safe hands at OneDev. Okay, so after you have learned Solidity fundamentals, The next thing you will learn is to build and secure smart contracts. Okay, so you have heard of many people building smart contracts, and at the end of the day, the contract gets hacked. Yeah, that's because they don't know the security aspect. Okay, so that is what I have been able to gain from my years of experience in blockchain development, how to secure smart contracts. It is normal for you to be able to create your smart contract. What about the hackers that will come and just spoil everything that you have worked hard for? That's where the security aspect comes in. Okay, where you'll be able to secure your contract from re-entrancy attack and other attacks that are there in smart contracts. Last but not the least is building your first decentralized application. Okay, so we want you to be able to build your first decentralized application. Decentralized application combines Solidity alongside front end. Okay, so we are trying as much as possible to make sure that this is just a bootcamp, but we are going as far as giving you the best out of the best. Okay, so I would like to go to, because of our time, I like to open your eyes to what opportunities that are there in you learning blockchain development. If you're a blockchain developer, we have different career paths. Okay, we have the entry level or the junior blockchain developer, that's 0 to 2 years. Okay, mid level, that's 2 to 5 years, and senior level, that's 5 years plus. We also have a blockchain architect or protocol engineer, 10 years plus. So these people, how much do they earn? Some people has money, and please, the mic is disturbing. Please let me mute the mic. That is disturbing me. Mr. Val, please, can you do that for me? Kindly mute the mic.
Mr. Michael, you can just continue while they figure out how to mute the person.
All right, thank you. So, please, you can mute yourself if you are the one disturbing the call, please. As I've said earlier, some people makes a lot of money in this ecosystem that you are not aware of. So, for entry level, we have 70,000 to 90,000 US dollars. Okay, just for entry level. That is what, if you are a blockchain dev in a junior role, entry level, this is what you make per year. You can just, you know, convert it to your own currency and know how much this is. That's it, just entry level, 70 to $90,000 a year. What about mid level? $100,000 to $150,000, depending on the region. Okay, so meaning that if you just have 2 to 5 years experience, this is how much you can earn: $100,000 to $150,000. Okay, then when you are a senior, you can exceed 180,000 to 250,000 plus in US dollars. Okay, so you can see that this market or this particular learning track actually favors people that are ready to learn. Okay, because after learning and you put in your time and attention, this is what you're supposed to get. Okay, so that's why this time around blockchain is becoming a high demand in the market. Okay, so let's move forward to career opportunities. We are still on the career opportunities in blockchain. Okay, now let's talk about the security and infrastructure. Blockchain security engineers, these are the people that audit smart contracts and ensure protocol security. Okay, as I've said earlier, I said it is easy to build smart contracts. It is easy to build a decentralized application, but how can you ensure that your app is secure? This is where these people comes in. Okay, blockchain security engineers, they come in and they secure your smart contracts. We also have the cryptographers. They design secure encryption algorithm, and zero knowledge system. So these are the people. When we talk about cryptographer, they are the one that uses the hashing algorithm. Okay, they make sure that whatever information we are putting out is encrypted. Okay, it's not something that enemy can see and use against us. Enemy in that case, I mean hackers. Okay, we also have the DevOps infrastructure engineer. We have the penetration testers. These are the people that test for vulnerabilities. Their job also is related to security. So another career path that we have is education and community. You can be a blockchain educator or trainer, just like Engineer Michael. Okay, you can be a community manager. So you build engagement across blockchain systems. You can also be a technical writer. That is, you create documentation, tutorials, and research content. What are the skills that you need in blockchain? Deep understanding of blockchain security, I mean the smart contract vulnerability, auditing, cryptography. Another thing is infrastructure skills. You know that about node deployment, network monitoring, consensus validation, decentralized infrastructure systems. Familiarity with best practices in DevOps, system architecture, threat modeling in a decentralized context. Okay. So next, another career path, I've made mention of a security analyst or junior blockchain infrastructure engineer, blockchain security engineer, lead security engineer, chief security engineer. All these people, this is how much they earn per year. Many posted roles, security engineer salary ranges from $90,000 upward. Okay, and at top firm, it can be $150,000 plus. It can be more than that for specialized blockchain. You can see that there's money in this learning track. There's money in this learning track. Somebody drop it in the comment section. There is money in this learning track, and that is the main reason why we work, isn't it? To get money. So let's drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. There is money in this learning track. Let's drop it, everyone. Yes, I need it to eat the chatbot. Eat the chatbot. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody, drop it, drop it. There is money in this learning track. Yes, yes, it's important. I want that to sink in. Yes, there is money in this learning track. Yes, I will soon give you opportunity to ask questions. Yes, yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Only few people has dropped theirs. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. Drop it. There's money in this learning track. Let me hear from you. Yes, drop it, drop it. All right. So, what are the tools we are going to be using to work? We are going to be using Remix IDE. Remix is an online IDE for Solidity. Okay, it's an online website where we are going to be writing our Solidity smart contract. Okay, we also need MetaMask. Some of you are familiar with MetaMask, okay, and some are not. So we are going to be using MetaMask. It's a browser wallet for Ethereum network. And of course, Node.js runtime, GitHub repo. Now, one thing I want us to know is that I'll be giving you an assignment. Okay, yes, let's note that. And the assignment should be submitted via Discord. Yeah, you submit your assignment via Discord. You will see the Web3 parts. Okay, so any assignment I give you, you drop it there, and it's going to be recorded. Make sure you attach your name so that we can record it for you. Okay, and also note that 80% attendance is required for certification after the bootcamp. After this bootcamp, we are going to be giving you certificates, okay? But if your attendance is less than 80%, we are not going to give you any certification, okay? You need at least 80% attendance, okay, for you to be able to get certificates. So we are going to have class tomorrow, which is Saturday, same time. We are going to have class on Monday. Only on Sunday we are not going to have class, but we're going to have on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. All right. Okay. So that will be all from my end. Let me open the floor for question and answer. Or let me give the mic to Miss Aisha to do that for me. Miss Aisha, you're up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Thank you so much for that presentation. I am sure most people are already considering whether to stay in blockchain or to leave. But then for most of them, it would be to stay because even me, as I was seeing the money, I've said, oh, won't I just follow up with this track and just turn to a blockchain engineer straight up and make that money too? Because there is money. There is money in writing code if you're ready,
I tell you.
in the
I tell
work,
you.
be resilient, right? And that's why we are making it easier for you. Instead of you to now start thinking of, oh, I'm going to YouTube, using unstructured courses, not having a mentor, disturbing yourself, don't know what to do next after learning one particular thing. One dev is there for you, structured, mentor led. I mean, when you are stuck, you have somebody to always come back to and ask questions. I mean, for some people, the reason why they've not progressed is because they've been in tutorial hell. They've been watching tutorials repeatedly and they've not been able to implement. That's their problem. But they don't know. They keep watching tutorial, moving in circles, like in a loop, and they are not progressing. So if you want to progress, up.
Is it only me? Miss Aisha, I can hear you again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm saying that David hand is raised. He should ask a question. Okay, David, if you cannot unmute your mic, you can use the comment section to ask your question. So if anyone has any question, I mean, we are already rounding up. Don't forget, I dropped the the link to all our social media in the comments. Please make sure you follow so that you don't miss out on any important information. Also, make sure you're on the Discord group. That's where assignments will be sent. That's where conversations will be had. Make sure you're there. Also, always check your mail. We will be communicating through the mail a lot. So always checking your mail, always check your Discord. Yeah. And this is the point where we round up, right? I want to say a big thank you to everyone who joined this orientation. If I say I want to start mentioning your name one after the other and thanking you, it wouldn't be enough. You guys have taken the time to be here. I know you registered and it's free, but you've also taken the time to be here, a responsibility you've put on yourself to be better, which we're happy because once you're better, we are trying to make African better one developer at a time. And once you decide to be here for yourself, I mean, you are helping us also reach the goal of having African developers out there, right? So I want to say a big thank you to everybody who joined this call. Fabiola, thank you for being here till the end. Thank you, John, for staying till the end. Thank you, Abdul, for being here and experiencing our orientation call. Thank you, Brian, for staying till the end. Thank you, David. Thank you, fellow Fiona, Francisco. Thank you, Gideon, Afmak, Ian, John, Joyce. I mean, if I start to mention all of your name, I won't be able to finish everything. Thank you, Mona Lisa, for being here. Thank you, Mr. Valerian. Thank you, Mr. Michael. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If you know anyone who registered for this bootcamp but didn't join today, do well to reach out to them. For some of you, it was shared. For some of you, you were referred by someone. For some of you, you saw it on our WhatsApp. For some of you, wherever you've seen it, whoever sent it to you, if they were supposed to be here, please reach out to them and let them know that we have commenced. So tomorrow is the start of a very serious, there for everyone who has registered. So yeah, Mr. Valerian would like to talk, maybe round up or something. So yeah, Mr. Valerian, you can go.
Wow, what a day. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, everybody. Just one of the things I want to mention is that as a developer, there are things that are expected of you. One is your commitment. Once you decide to become a developer, whether Web 2 or Web 3, you need to be committed to it. If you don't have commitment, then you may fall off in this journey. So please, if you have made it so far to be here on day one, I want to encourage you to stick to this journey till the end because you have a lot to gain, irrespective of your time, irrespective of your engagement. Please, your dedication is very important. Time, it will require time. These things will pay. I remember when I was doing Java training, and these were the words the tutor was telling us then. For you to become a developer, to be sincere, there are times you will not be able to eat. You will be on your laptop just decoding and debugging codes. You might spend the whole of the day not remembering that you've not eaten. This is the job of a developer. So please make up your mind and understand that it requires commitment, it requires your time and attention. Thank you, everybody, and I wish you success in your journey into Web3 development. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Valerian, for those words of encouragement. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And this is where we pull the curtains for today. I remain your humble community manager, Aisha. Remember, if you have any question, feel free to send them in the community. Tag me. I am always happy and ready to answer them. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.